just sat there for about 30 minutes, seeing her weaving and thinking about the process of writing when I am creating or making my poetry, the kind of intricate patterns I think of, but also realizing that the spider has more perfection than I could ever achieve. So I called this my house. To weave risk and beauty in a fragile balance, my house firm and delicate as a spider's home. I wish for myself a house made of spidery webs, each thread mirroring a path I have taken, and others I am yet to take. Each spin leading to a room with many windows to see white butterflies and guest wings for my family and friends. I pray that my house will be open and airy, indestructible in its elegance and lightness. I do not wish for permanence, but what's durably suspended in eternal presence, the way pollen grasps bodies of strangers on their walks. The spider at work hangs precariously over a cliff, water trickling beneath as though unaware of the danger, perhaps even inspired by it, invisible to travelers jumping over rocks on their way to the meadows. The tools we carry. I used to own a sextant because I was fascinated with the movement of the sun, but you know it's never the sun that's moving. The tools we carry. This happens at Wash Park. Through the sextant's eye, the sun is lime green and sits on top of the lake. Every 4 seconds, it moves. We are still on a bench. Folks come and go, geese poop, eat, and squirrels pick nuts off the trees. We are here and there in space and time, measuring distance, speed, and altitudes. The man with the red hat sitting next to me tells me it's not the sun that moves, but Earth rotating. Because the body of Earth is huge and we are on it, we don't see it circling the sun. Instead, we have the reversed image of the sun in motion. This is the magic of science. What is and what appears to be a source and then the apparent source. I begin to wonder if one could fall asleep and wake up as someone else. A successful simulacrum, orbiting without breaking sequence, yet never forgetting what is or isn't. I see the sun and then the sunlight, light and the light source all at once. The friend of fractals keeping in mind the apparent source, looking for a man-made refrain that breaks the sequence. When we say the sun moves from east to west, where are we in motion, finding center and decentering? Love. You are loved, body and soul, but cannot express your true nature. Your appetite's hidden. The hallelujah grows cold on your tongue, broken, lonely, a radiant melancholy. But you open up considerably in your poetry, feeling the hum of your body cells ticking, knocking against the rib cage, the energy of your heartbeat, intention in your fingertips, dissecting emotions, looking specifically for joy. You are loved considerably as you attend to feeling your connection divine, your mind like marble sails, the pillars of your heart are shine, alive with light like a bright alabaster jar, no hair on your head, but a spherical, translucent glass, moving in light, reaching out, in sensuous beauty, luminous, numinous, immeasurable you. I wrote this poem last year. I happened to be in a writing residency in Zelt, which happens to be in the North Sea in Germany, and it was one of those mornings where it was in summer at a time like this, and first, there was no night. We waited for the night, and I went with my friends to the beach just to watch the next day being born, and the transition from pure light to more light and no darkness was just amazing. And then the next day around 4:30, I saw the sunrise, and I got up and walked along the sea, and this poem was born. Feed the sky, nourish the sea. Daybreak begins mildly with the first soft light, then erupts as the sky bleeds into the sea. Rich cream, orange, then crimson enters the water, spreads its redness like a ripe woman whose period soaks the pad. Joy spills inside of me. How blessed to see this beauty, the brilliance of the sun rising into me, pouring out to sea. I am spongy, I am moist when rays penetrate the sea like a pillar of Himalayan salt. I taste the salt with the tip of my tongue. A deeper hunger opens my mouth for more and more, my eyes wide with wonder that I get to see this magnificence. Something breaks in me. I crumble by the shore and give thanks for the gift of this day, the gift of sight, the gift of witness and holy tears. As I let out a harsh, scalding heart cry like a newborn, may this visit, this vision, last to the end of my days, to the end of my days. In this sunrise, I do not want, I cannot want anything else but to merge and merge until I am one flesh, one alloy, one bursting flame molten into the water, dancing, swimming under and above the center, healing the center. Elsewhere, news of Trump and Russia and Korea and border patrols stain this scene that I must preserve and etch into my DNA so it can accompany me on days when love and sanity are scarce. You would think this poem was born here though, because I have seen sunrises and magnificent sunsets in this place. And talking of origin and destination, which is the theme for tonight's reading, I thought I would read a poem about my father because I believe I came from him, so he's my origin. It's called The Diminishing Years. My father's face lingers and swallows my childhood in a precious smile. Thoughtful kindnesses, the memories of diminishing years, gray and gold. A ride on his bicycle, permission to put on his boots, although they are too big for me to walk in. My father's voice whispers, "This is how you roast squash. You wrap it in tin foil and bury it beneath hot ash. You go about your business, and when you're done, retrieve the squash from the warm embers. And this is how to iron a man's pants. He puts hot charcoal in the flat iron, presses, folds, and unfolds. I am only 7, but I watch for hours, tasks I am sure to mess up as I grow. The gray and gold and gray merge until all there is the grave. My father's face swallows my present, more alive in death I remember him. In life I do not forget him. He grows on me daily, perforates my skin with his presence so I can speak and answer that I am present too. I return to the love that never left, heals the overstretched self. The space between is nothing, no space, a gap so artificial and yet real. To have imagined I had lost you is now inconceivable." This is the last one I'll read. I love fairy tales because there's nothing fairy tale about fairy tales. And after the US elections, I was thinking about the emperor without clothes. So you will all know what this poem is about. I don't have to explain anything. And it's called The Naked Emperor is Back. I was never naked. soul. If there be any nakedness in me, if indeed I be found naked, so be it. The people's protest cannot dislodge my understanding. If truly it disturbs them, let them turn their gaze elsewhere. But I know, oh I know, they love to look at me. They can't help but keep and feed their eyes on me. Even in childhood, he was never naked. He was orange and beautiful. A head full of corn silk hair, a mouth quick to pout and claim its inheritance. Everyone listened to him. He had his way around his mother, wore her on his middle finger until she grew tired of his games. Every other woman who has come into his life has pretty much gone through the same. Even the fatherhead couldn't control the erratic boy prince, so he retreated to reading his newspapers. Once in a while, he would feign interest and ask when his boy was bouncing by, "What color is my boy today?" He was known to go through the spectrum in less than an hour. Boy, he could be ugly blue and gray and very dark in his moods. Finally, he would settle into orange like you see on a sierra at sunset. So he became the orange boy, but that didn't satisfy him. He changed it to Orange Prince, and kids his age called him OP. He had ambitions that were hard to decipher beneath his tantrums. Every night he would place that yellow corn head on his pillow and cry to the stars to turn him into an emperor so he could rule with his thumb and middle finger. "Don't mind the clothes," he would cry. "I have no need of them. Just make me glorious in my manhood. Let me dominate and subdue." And it was done. Thank you.